Hello and welcome to yet another video. As we keep saying in this channel that sales is the engine of every business, today we are glad to bring to your attention a very interesting area, that is some of the concerns that salespeople encounter when trying to close a sale. And I believe some of the insights that we are going to share will come in handy in your business or even for you as a salesperson watching this video. As usual, my name is Mary and I'm glad to be joined by Godfrey in this conversation. Thank you, Godfrey, for joining in.
Pleasure being here, Mary.
We are looking at how to handle some of the difficult sales conversations with clients. But before we unpack those strategies, what are some of the difficult, challenging areas or concerns that salespeople normally have when closing a sale?
Thanks, Mary. As a salesperson, and these I've also experienced at a personal level, when you're engaging with a client, there are things that are not very comfortable to discuss. One being price sensitivity. So the client always has a concern with the price. And most of the times as a salesperson, you don't know whether this is the right price point. Are you too high? Are you too low? Should you ask them what is their budget? So it's not a very easy conversation to have with the client, especially on the price. Also, the second aspect is on trust and credibility. If your prospect, the one you want to sell to, they don't believe in you, they don't have trust in your brand or your product or your services. Now, you trying to persuade them that we are credible, we are legit, can be very tough, especially when you're being questioned. And then the last thing would be when you want the client to commit, because clients will always not want to commit. If you ask either to commit maybe a down payment, they will want, can we pay after? After you've delivered the service or the product. So there's always a concern on commitment. And these are not easy conversations for any salesperson.
Especially when trying to close a sale.
Exactly.
Interesting. Now, maybe you can share with us how then can salespeople handle some of these difficult conversations with their clients?
Thanks, Mary. I will share what has worked for me, like practically. First is what I do is I try as much as possible to demonstrate value, to sell value, and I will package it not to sound like a cost to the client, but rather a return on their investment. So where there is a cost, there is a price element, we will tweak it and repackage it so that we deliver it to the client as your investment will be this much, as opposed to this product or this service will cost you this much. Yes, that is one. Secondly is where I do not rush the conversation into sales, but rather journeying with the client, building rapport, creating a relationship as we move along, such that now the sales aspect, the closing of the deal comes more or less like natural. It's closed in a very subtle way without having to push it. When you're aggressive, then the client will definitely step back.
So like when you're having the conversation, the cost of the product or service should not be like the centerpiece of the conversation.
No, you will lose it. Thirdly is when you're dealing with a situation where you want the client, the prospect to commit, you want to get a commitment from them, either an appointment or maybe for them to finalize and select one of the options you're offering. What I've seen working is always ease the pressure the client or the prospect is feeling by offering options. And I'm sure we've seen this with people in the retail industry where they will tell you viewing is free or even testing is free. So the client feels like, oh, I can test and still not buy. So they feel like, yeah, I have options. I still have the power within me to make my decisions. Even scheduling an appointment. Asking someone, are you available Monday morning or Tuesday afternoon? So they feel like they are limited to those two options. So you get the commitment without you having to really push for it. And finally, what I've also seen work is if it is possible for you to give a sample, to do a demo, that would work. And also, in all these things we are discussing, apply emotional intelligence. For example, when you're about to, the client's about to close that deal, don't be overexcited, because now they might think otherwise. So managing and regulating your behavior, your emotions, very important. Yes.
Just reminded me of our previous video. We actually talked about emotional intelligence when handling clients.
Yes.
Very interesting. As we wrap up the conversation, customer service or even sales is one of the areas that we really empower employers, their employees on. So how does this training come in handy to support the employers to ensure that they are able to increase their revenues or even achieve their business goals?
Thank you, Mary. So any sales manager, HR manager, business owner watching us, sometimes you have your sales team, they generate leads, but hardly do you make anything out of those leads. They don't convert. They will do meetings, but nothing comes out of it. The challenge could be the ability to handle these sensitive areas towards the end of the process. That is the sales conversations. So anyone watching us, if that's a challenge, then we're able to come in and help the team on how to manage these conversations with a very practical approach, whereby our training involves doing role plays as well as practical sessions out in the field. It's a sales conversation. So whatever we've learned, the concepts we've covered, can we go and apply practically in the field and then come back and review what worked, what didn't work. Yes.
And I know with role plays, it really comes in handy as an approach to learning.
Exactly.
Because they are able to apply what really works in the real workspace environment.
Exactly, Mary.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Handling difficult conversations, especially in sales, is very key, and just getting to know how to close that sale, because as Godfrey has mentioned, lead generation can be very easy, but now converting that lead to getting the business could be a challenge, and that is why it is important to master how do we handle these difficult conversations with clients. I believe you found this very insightful, and we encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like the video, share with us in the comment section areas that you would want us to cover in our upcoming videos, and most importantly, fill the form below and we'll be able to reach out to you and chart the way forward on how we can customize these trainings to your team. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.